ॐ सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। ॐ सहना भवतु, सहनौ भुनक्तु, सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै, तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। सुखं नित्यं स्वप्रकाशं व्यापकं नामरूपयोः अधिष्ठानं बुद्ध्यबोध्यं बुद्धेर्दृग्यत्तु निर्मलम् अपारं सर्ववेदान्तवेद्यं प्रत्यक्परं महः तदेवाहं न मत्तोऽन्यदिति मे निश्चिता मतिः। Yes. Is now okay? So the Guru is answering the question of Shishya that if Shastra and Vedanta, Shastra and Guru are unreal, how they can solve the problem of samsara? For that, brief answer given is that Guru Vedanta are Vyavaharika and samsara also is Vyavaharika. Because Paramarthik Drishtya na nirodho na chotpattihi na baddho na cha sadakaha. Paramarthik Drishtya samsara is also not there, but this moksha also is not there. So samsara is Vyavaharika and this Guru Shastra, Guru and Vedanta also are Vyavaharika. And therefore, Guru and Shastra, even though they are Mithya, still they can remove the samsara which is Vyavaharika. And in that connection, the rule was given that two things having similar degree of reality will have the relationship of eliminator, eliminated. Badhaka, badhya, badhya, badhaka sambandha is there. In that connection, the degrees of reality are talked about. And so Vyavaharika Satta was talked about, then Pratibhasika Satta was talked about in the 247. Vyavaharika Satta means the existence of those things which is not negated by any other Jnana, which can be negated only by Brahma Jnana. So the existence of a thing which can be negated by Brahma Jnanam but cannot be negated by any other Jnanam, that existence is called Vyavaharika Satta. And Vyavaharika Satta is of those things which are born of Mula Vidya. So Mula Vidya Karyam is Vyavaharika Padartha, and their existence is Vyavaharika existence, the empirical existence. We sometimes call objective existence. Whereas the Pratibhasika Padarthas are those which are negated by the knowledge other than Brahma Jnana. Brahma Jnana, Itara Jnana Badhya is Pratibhasika. And Pratibhasika is Tula Vidya Karyam. Tula Vidya means this secondary avidya. That Tula Vidya, which is otherwise called Avastha Vidya, is the cause for this Pratibhasika Padartha. Like the ignorance of the rope. Ignorance of the rope is Tula Vidya. And this Tula Vidya Karyam will be Pratibhasika. And what is Tula Vidya general definition? Simple definition is Anatma Ajnanam is called Tula Jnanam or Tula Vidya. Ignorance regarding the non-self Ghatapatadi is called Tula Jnanam, Tula Vidya. So Mula Vidya is the ignorance of the self Tula Vidya is ignorance of the non-self. Like ignorance of Ghata, Pata, Matha, Parvata, Nadi, etc. Rajju, Shukti. All those ignorance are called Tula Avidya. Alright. And Tula Vidya Karyam will be Pratibhasika. And Pratibhasika was also defined in terms of when they are available. Pratiti Kala Matra Satta Kaha. Pratiti Kala Matre Satta Yasya Padarthasya Sa Padarthaha Pratiti Kala Matra Satta Kaha. The object which has got satta means has got existence when matre only pratiti kale at the time of experience. So anything which has got existence only at the time of experience, that is called pratiti kala matra sattaka, and that is called pratibhasika. Pratibhasat agataha pratibhasikaha. That which is coming only from the appearance, from the experience, cognition, that is called pratiti kala matra sattakaha. And what is satta here? Swarupam, nature, sthitim, staying. So pratibhasika satta means this Rajju Sarpa etc. has got pratibhasika swarupam. Their form is pratibhasika. Sthiti means their staying. Sthiti is the another word for satta. So staying of this Rajju Sarpadi is pratibhasika, means the staying of the rope, snake, etc. is only at the time of experience, and therefore it is called pratibhasika. Unlike Vyavaharika. See, when you have come from your room is there or not? Your room is there. Even though now you are not thinking about the room, but still room is there. So it is not that it is available only when you are seeing. It is there whether you see it or not. So that is called Vyavaharika. And when you see at that time only it is there, that is Pratibhasika. Therefore yesterday we saw that I see, therefore it is. Then it is Pratibhasika. It is like Ghata Pata is, and therefore I see. That is called Vyavaharika. What about Paramarthika? Paramarthika, I don't see. I am. Paramarthika is not a matter of seeing. Paramarthika is a matter of owning up as oneself. So Paramarthika I don't see. Paramarthika I am. Alright. That we will see later. So Satta and Pratiti Kala Matra Bhavina Padarthasya Pratibhasika Satta Uchyate. So the existence of those things which are obtaining only during the experience, during their cognition, such existence is called Pratibhasika Satta. So the existence of the things which are obtaining only during the experience, that existence is called Pratibhasika Satta. Objective existence. Sorry, subjective existence. And the Vyavaharika we say objective. So Vyavaharika Padartha are called objective things. Pratibhasika are called subjective things. And Paramarthikas are called absolute reality. Alright then. Tula Vidya Karya Shukti Rajatadehe Pratiti Kala Matra Bhavitvat Tesham Pratibhasika Satta Yujyate. So he gives the example that where Pratibhasika Satta is there, Shukti Rajatadi, silver which is seen on the shell, which is Karyam, the product of Tula Vidya. Tula Vidya means the secondary avidya. So Tula Vidya, or it is what is called conditioned avidya. The Tula Vidya is a conditioned avidya. That Tula Vidya, Karyam, the effect of conditioned avidya, such as Shukti Rajatadi, are Pratiti Kala Matra Bhavitvat, since they are existing only during the time of experience. Since they are obtaining only during the time of experience, and therefore they have got Pratibhasika Satta. So Rajju Sarpadi or Shukti Rajatadi, which are the product of Tula Vidya, the conditioned avidya, Anatma Vidya, they are the existence of such Rajju Sarpadi is Pratibhasika Satta. Why? Because they are available, obtaining only during experience. Alright. Regarding this Tula Vidya, there is a footnote. Very long footnote and highly technical and giving different views. These are not directly mentioned in the Bhashyam. They are the prakriyas developed by the post Shankaracharyaji, other acharyas who came after Shankaracharyaji. And why they developed the prakriya? Because these Purva Pakshis were raising many doubts. And to answer those doubts by Vishishta Dvaiti, Dvaiti, we have to answer in a particular way. We have to follow a particular prakriya. And therefore these prakriyas got developed. It's the post Shankaracharya's this development. Like Sankshepa Sharirikakara, Padmapadacharya, Vartikakara, Prakashatma Muni, all of them they developed the prakriya because so many doubts were raised by Purvapakshi. They need to be answered. Like these doctors, they keep on developing new antibiotics. Why? Because the bacteria are also developed. Bacteria are developed, new any versions are developed, mutation is there, and therefore the antibiotics also is to be developed. So there are some the war front also. The enemies are developing many weapons, so this country also has to develop many weapons. So that is how it developed. And since it was developed by so many acharyas, therefore there will be some variation also. So here itself we will see two variations regarding the operation of Tula Vidya. Okay. The word Tula, this literally Tula means kapasa. Kapasa means cotton. The cotton balls, no, they are called Tula. And why it is called Tula? Because it is measured, limited. So Tulyate yattaya parichidyate iti Tula. So that which is conditioned as this much, that is called Tula. So avidya which is conditioned by this particular Ghatapatadi or Ghatapatadi avachinna chaitanyam is called Tula avachinna. Tula is called Tula Vidya. So ignorance conditioned by the limited things such as Ghatapatadi or Ghatapatadi avachinna chaitanyam is called Tula Avidya. So Tula means conditioned. Mula Vidya is generally Anavachinna Chaitanya. So Mula Vidya is not Tula. Why? Because it is not conditioned by a particular thing. It is veiling the entire Atma. And therefore it is considered to be Mula Vidya because it's fundamental. Whereas this is the further manifestation or expression of Mula Vidya, therefore that's called Tula Vidya. So Tula Vidya, the word Tula has got the idea of expression of Mula Vidya. And also it has got the idea of being conditioned. So conditioning and being the expression of the fundamental of ignorance is conveyed by, these two things are conveyed by the word Tula. Okay, so Tula Vidya we can translate as this Anatma related avidya or conditioned avidya. Alright, now Tula Vidya, that Tippani is there. Ghatadi Nikhila Anatma Jada Padartha Upahita Chaitanya Avarika Avidya Tula Avidya iti uchyate. Tula Avidya iti uchyate. Avidya means ignorance, avarana. That which veils is called avidya. And this veiling by ignorance is done not for the inert things. We have seen this particular prakriya, this particular idea had come in the third taranga also. Sorry, fourth taranga. That ignorance does not really cover inert Ghatapatadi. Why? Because Ghatapatadi themselves are Jada, Tamoguna Karya, and therefore they are already Avruta. Because of being the product of Tamoguna, they are already Avranatmaka. And Avrana does not require Avrana. Darkness doesn't require further darkness. And therefore, our Siddhanta is that ignorance, even though roughly, approximately we say ignorance covers the Ghatapatadi, but really it covers the Ghata Avachinna Chaitanya. So when we say Ghata Agdanam, ignorance of what does it mean? Ignorance of what is the ignorance which veils, which covers the Chaitanyam conditioned by pot Namarupa. So Ghata Avachinna Chaitanyam Avrunoti. Kim? Ghatagdanam or Ghata Vidya. So Ghata Vidya, Ghata Avachinna Chaitanyam Avrunoti. And here Avachinna, instead of that, Upahita word is used. So let us see now. Ghatadi Nikhila Anatma Jada Padarthopahita Chaitanya Avarika Avarika Avidya. Avidya, which is Avarika, veiling. Veiling what? Chaitanyam, consciousness. Which is Upahita, which is conditioned. So Upahita is in the sense of Avachinna. Conditioned by what? Padartha, Jada Padartha, inert things. Akhila, all, Anatma, non-self. Such as Ghatadi, pot, etc. So Avidya, which is veiling the consciousness conditioned by all inert non-self things such as pot, etc. That avidya is called Tula Vidya iti uchyate. So, if clip is not known to you, then clip ignorance will be Tula Vidya. Why? Because that clip ignorance is Avarika. It's a ignorance which is covering. Covering what? Chaitanyam, consciousness. Not the clip, it doesn't cover, but it covers the consciousness which is Upahita, conditioned by the Jada Padartha clip. Similarly, Ghatagdanam is Ghata Upahita Chaitanya Avarika Avidya. So, the Tattat Padartha. Tattat padartha upahita chaitanya avarika avidya tula vidya. So tattat anatma padartha upahita chaitanya avarika avidya tula vidya. So tula vidya is the avidya which is covering the consciousness conditioned by respective object. Alright, tula vidya iti uchyate. So Rajju Agnanam, which is responsible for Sarpa, that Rajju Agnanam is what? Tula Vidya. And Shuktika Agnanam, which is responsible for the projection of the silver, that Shuktika Agnanam will be Tula Vidya. Any Agnanam related to Anatma is Tula Vidya. Alright. Iyameva means this Tula Avidya alone, Avasthagdanamiti Sadimalina Vidya iti cha Katyate. Two more names are given for this Tula Vidya. One is Avasthagdanam. It is called Avastha, it is not Dhanam, it is Avastha Agdanam. It is the ignorance with a particular state. State relate or the state of ignorance really. Avastha Agdanam. Why it is called Avastha Agdanam? Because fundamentally this Tula Vidya is only a state of Mula Vidya only. So, just as the ornament is the avastha of the Swarna, gold, ornament is a state of gold. Any Karya is the state of Karana. And so Tula Vidya is the avastha, a state of Mula Vidya. Therefore Tula Vidya is called avastha ajnanam. It is really avastha, not jnanam, avastha ajnanam. Alright, then is also called Sadi Malina Vidya in one prakriya. It is called avidya, which is malina, because tamoguna pradhana. Unlike these, the avidya or maya of Ishvara, which is Shuddha Sattva Pradhana. Therefore, it is Sattva Pradhana, whereas this is Malina. Malina avidya, because it is Tamah Pradhana. And Sadi. Sadi means having the beginning. Generally, we say ignorance is beginningless, but in this context, to convey the idea that ignorance, Tula Vidya, is the manifestation of Mula Vidya. It is a state of Mula Vidya, and as a state it has got beginning. Therefore it is called Sadi. Like clay is not born, but Ghata is born. Ghata, which is a Karyam, which is born. And therefore we say that this clay is born in the form of Ghata. So similarly, Avidya as such, avidya as Mula Vidya, it is not born. But avidya with reference to a particular object, it is born. And for that simple explanation is that Ghata avidya becomes the Vyavhara Vishaya only when Ghata is there. So Srushti Kale alone, there will be Tula Vidya. Because objects are there, therefore object related ignorance will be that. The ignorance which is veiling the objects will be there. When objects themselves, Ghatadi themselves are not there, then we do not have Ghatadi Avaraka Avidya. And therefore when the Srushti happens, when the objects are born, then only this ignorance in the form of Tattat Padartha Avaraka Ajnanam is born at that time. And therefore it's called Sadi. So Sadi means having the beginning. Mula Vidya does not have beginning. But Mula Vidya available as this, the Ajnanam related to particular thing, Ajnanam veiling a particular object, that type of avidya is beginning. Because Ghata is there, then only Ghata Avarika Avidya will be there. When a particular object is there, then only the cover to object will be there. Has got relevance. When object itself is not there, is not available, is not manifest, then object veiling Ajnanam doesn't have any relevance. And therefore, this Tula Vidya is considered to be Sadi. Sadi Malina Vidya iti cha kathyate. Alright. Sacha Tula Vidya Amsha Bhedena Nana Bhutva Bhinna Bhinna Padarthavarika Bhavati. If we talk about this Tula Vidya in general, then we can say Anatma Avarika Avidya Tula Vidya. Then it is only one. If you are taking Anatma collectively, all Anatma, then Anatma Avarika Avidya Tula Vidya. So as the Samanyam, as the general entity, then it is one. But this Anatma, which is veiled by this avidya, is Anatma has got many amsha. Ghata, Pata, Matha, Vruksha, Parvata, etc. Since Anatma has got many amsha, therefore this avidya which is veiling this Anatma Padartha also has got many amsha. That is said here, Sacha Tula Vidya. And that Tula Vidya, Amsha Bhedena, with the difference of amsha. The amsha means the parts. Nana Bhutva, having become many. Based on the manyness of Anatma which are to be covered, this Avidya, Tula Vidya also Nana Bhutva, having become manifold. भिन्न भिन्न पदार्थावारिका भवति. Become the wailing or wailer of different things. Since anatmas are many, therefore the avidya which is wailing this anatma padartha also considered to be manifold. So they Tula Vidya Aneka, Mula Vidya Eka. And Tula Vidya Samanyataha, if you say, it is one only. If you look upon Anatma collectively, that Anatma Avarika Avidya is Tula Vidya, that is one. But if you look upon this individual Anatma, then Avidya also are many. Like we say wealth of the country, then at least only one singular we can use. But if we say wealth of the money of different people, then it will be manifold. So then we have to give account. This many accounts are there. Sacha Tula Vidya, okay. Yada Yat Padartha Karantahkarana Vrittihi Udeti Tada Tat Padartha Varaka Tula Vidyamshaha Nashyati. Now what happens when the knowledge about that thing comes? It says Yada Yat Padartha Kara Antahkarana Vrittihi. Yat Padartha we can take as a Ghatadi. When Antahkarana Vritti, the thought of the mind, which is having the shape of the object, Yat Padartha Kara, Ghatadi Akara. When the thoughts regarding the pot, etc., Udeti is born, Tada, then Tat Padartha Avaraka Tula Vidya Amshaha Nashyati. Then Ghatadi Padartha Avaraka Tula Vidya Amsha. Then the part of the Tula Vidya which was covering the Ghata, etc., pot, etc., Nashyati, is destroyed. And so means what? When pot was seen by you and in your mind this Ghatakara Antakarana Vritti was born, at that time the Ghatakara Antakarana Vritti will remove the Avarana on the Ghata, or to be precise, Ghata Avachinna Chaitanya. So that is said here, Tat Padartha Avaraka. But technically Tat Padartha should be seen as Tat Padartha Avachinna Chaitanya Avaraka. Tula Vidyamshaha Nashyati. Alright. So I saw a pot. So Ghatakara Antakarana Vritti came. Then Ghata Avaraka Ajnanam, the Tula Vidya Amsha was gone. And now what happens? Yadatu. But when Antakarana Vrittihi, the thought of the mind, Padarthantaram Anudhavati. When the mind or the faculty of the thinking of the mind, Padarthantaram, another object, Anudhavati, goes after. I was seeing a pot, then the pot ignorance was removed. Then my mind goes to another object, cloth, pata. Then what happens? Tada. Punahapi, again. Purva padartha varakaha. Tula vidyayaha. Anyaha amshaha utpadyate. So that's how sadi it becomes. Anya amsha, another part of that Tula vidya, which is veiling these purva padartha, the ghatadi. Earlier purva padartha means earlier object, ghata, etc. So when my mind goes to pata, then now Ghatakara Vritti is not there. Ghatagdanam is not there. At that time what happens? Again, the another aspect of Tula Vidya, another amsha of the Tula Vidya, which is covering this Purva Padartha, Ghata, Utpadyate, is born. And Etadrisha Tula Vidyamsha Nashaya na Brahmajnana Peksha. And for the destruction of this Tula, the Amsha, the part of Tula Vidya, Etadrisha means such. Such means that which is covering particular object, Ghatadi. For the destruction of the Amsha, the part of the Tula Vidya, which is covering the pot, etc., for the destruction, na Brahmajnana Peksha. There is no expectancy of the knowledge of Brahman. What is expected? Ghatadi Jnanam apekshate. When Ghatagdanam comes, then this Ghatagdanam, the Amsha of the Ghatagdanam goes away. तस्य तूला विद्यांशस्य प्रातिभासिकसत्ताकत्वात् घटादि तत्पदार्थ ज्ञानेन एव नाशः संभवति. Therefore, तूला विद्यांश Tula Vidyamshasya Pratibhasika Sattva. Now, Tula Vidya is considered to be Pratibhasika. Why? It is removed by this Ghatadi, by Ghatadi Tat Padartha Jnanena. By the Ghatadi Tat Padartha Jnanam, by the knowledge, Ghatadi Tat Padartha Jnanam means what? By the knowledge of the things such as pot, etc., तूला विद्यांशस्य नाशः संभवति. नाशः is possible. Why? प्रातिभासिक सत्ताकत्वात्. The Tula Vidya is having the Pratibhasika Satta because it is destroyed by the knowledge other than Brahma Jnanam. And therefore, it is Pratibhasika and Tasya Nasha Sambhavati. Is destruction is possible. Alright. Now, so here in this particular prakriya, new Ajnana Amsha is born whenever the mind goes away from that object. So here this Tula Vidya will have so many Amsha. Okay. And Tula Vidya is related to millions of objects. Therefore, there are millions of Tula Vidya Amsha. Alright. Now, Panchapadika Kritaha tu evam ahu. Panchapadika Kara, this Panchapadika Kara means Padmapadacharya ji and his followers, Prakashatma Muni, who is a Vivaranakara, they are saying in the following manners. What is that? Mula Vidya eva Tula Vidya na tataha atirikta iti. There is the Avastha Bheda, etc. Some Bheda was accepted in the first part. Here he says, Tula Vidya is Mula Vidya eva, Mula Vidya alone. Na tataha atirikta. It is not different from that. Tanmate, in that view. So here, Tula Vidya also is Anadi. Mula Vidya is Anadi, Tula Vidya also is Anadi. Because Tula Vidya is Mula Vidya eva. So Mula Vidya alone is covering all the objects. Alright. Tanmate, in that view, Yatha Janasamudaya Madhye Ashanipate Sati Tada Tatrasthaha Janaha Tataha Apasaranti Paschat Tatra Punaha Punahapi Janaha Sammilanti Tatha Yada Yat Padarthakara Antahkarana Vrittihi Udeti Tada Tat Padarthakara Vidya Tataha Tiro Bhavati. So he says, in this view, one example is given. He says, some big crowd was gathered in a particular place. And there is Janasamudaya Madhye, in the middle of the crowd of people, Ashanipata. There is a fall of thunder, lightning. Then what happens? Tatrasthaha Jana, then all the people go away. Tataha, from that Apasaranti, they go away from there. And afterwards again, Paschat, afterwards Tatra, there, Punarapi Janaha Sammilanti. Again people will this join together. Like some people have met for some game or something. So some elephant or something came, then people will go away. But again when the elephant goes away, again people will come back. Tatha. Yada yat padarthakara antakrana vritti udeti. Whenever there is the rise of the udeti means rises the antakrana vritti, the thought of the mind, which is yat padarthakara, which is having the shape of the particular objects like gatapatadi. Tada, then tat padarthakara vidya, then avidya which is has the assumed the shape of that object means which is conditioned by that object. Tataha tiro bhavati. Then the avidya which was veiling this object, that avidya tiro bhavati. Tiro bhavati means disappears, becomes unmanifest. Yadatu antakrana vritti padarthantarakara bhavati. So when ghatakara antakrana vritti was born, then ghata padarthakara, avidya was unmanifest. Then avidya, mula vidya alone, which is Ghata Padartha Akara, which is conditioned by the Ghata Padartha, that avidya becomes unmanifest. And Yada tu antakarna vritti padarthantarakara. And when the thought of the mind becomes of the shape of some other object, pata, then tada punarapi, then again sa avidya, that avidya, purva padarthe prasruta tam avrunoti. Then again that avidya, purva padarthe prasruta, which was earlier it has spread, again avrunoti, again it covers. So that avidya which was earlier was there in the earlier padartha, now it comes and covers this object. Purve padarthe prasuta, prasruta means vyapta. So which was covering all other objects, now it covers this object. Tam avrunoti. Or purva padarthe means ghatadi padarthe means ghata, earlier ghatakara vritti was there, therefore ghatakara avidya had gone away. And now this vritti has become patakara. Then again this avidya, that avidya which was covering this ghata, again prasruta sati, again having veiled it avrunati. So purva padarthe can be taken as a ghatadi padarthe. Ghatadi padarthe prasruta sati tam avrunati. Having pervaded that ghatadi, again it veils. Parantu brahma jnanam vina na tatha avidyayaha nashaha bhavati. But without brahma jnanam, the nasha of avidya does not happen. Means what? According to this prakriya, your ajnanam regarding ghatapatadi does not completely go away until you get brahma jnana. But somebody may ask that I am having the experience that my ignorance about the pot is gone. He said it is a temporary departure. The avidya, mula vidya, which was covering the pot, it was like suspended. It is not totally gone. It was temporarily resolved, temporarily went away. And like you sleep and how problems go away, similarly it went away. Again it comes back. So the ajnanam regarding anything is not completely gone until brahma jnana. That is the siddhanta here. Yada tu antakarna vritti padarthantarakara bhavati tada punarapi sa vidya purva padarthe prasruta tam avrunoti. Parantu brahma jnanam vina na tasya avidya nasha bhavati. Avidyaya na tasya avidya nasha bhavati. एवमेव स्वाप्न पदार्थानां प्रातिभासिक रज्जु सर्पादेहे च अविद्यानाशमन्तरेण एव विरोधि पदार्थांतर ज्ञानेन वा अविद्यायाः तिरोधानेन वा अविद्यायाः लय रूपः नाशः वा तिरोधानं वा भवति. So he is now combining. So here he adding one more point. Whatever rule we have applied for avidya, tula vidya, same rule is applied for tula vidya janya adhyasa, rajju sarpadi. So he wants to extend that rule with regard to even pratibhasika padartha. Tula vidya janya rajju sarpadi shuktika rajatadi padartha. Therefore he says evameva swapna padarthanam. Evameva means just as the avidya in the second paksha, avidya does not go away. Avidya is not destroyed completely. Avidya temporarily goes away, not completely destroyed. Similarly, swapna padarthanam. Now he is generally talking, combining the two pakshas. What has been told for the two pakshas regarding tula vidya. So what is the difference between first paksha and second paksha? In the first paksha, tula vidya are many, tula vidya are sadi. Whereas in the second paksha, tula vidya is mula vidya, which is one only. And This Tula Vidya being Mula Vidya alone, it is Anadi. And in the first Paksha, the third point of difference is in the first Paksha, Tula Vidya is destroyed. Tula Vidya Amsha is destroyed. Whereas in the second Paksha, Tula Vidya being Mula Vidya is not destroyed by Ghatadi Jnanam. It is destroyed only by Brahma Jnanam. Okay. So till Brahma Jnanam, all Ajnanam just remains. Only it goes away for some time. Like, this Shevala Patala Nyaya means that mosh is there, no? That mosh is, if you just put water, then little bit goes away. But again it is formed. It's called moss, no? Moss. Okay. Evameva Swapna Padarthanam, of the dream objects, Pratibhasika Rajju Sarpadehe cha, and of these subjectively existent Rajju Sarpa, ropes, snake, etc. Avidya Vinashamantarena eva. Virodhi Padartha Avidya Nasha Mantarena eva. Without the destruction of Avidya itself, Virodhi Padarthantara Jnanena va. By the knowledge of the another objects, Virodhi Padarthantara Jnanena va, means Ghata Jnanam was there, then Ghata Avidya is resolved. Ghata Avidya is gone temporarily. But it is not destroyed. When the Padarthantara Jnanam comes, which is Virodhi Padartha, the Padarthantara Jnanena va, Avidyayaha Tirodhanena va, by the disappearance of Avidya, Avidyaya. So these three situations is giving. Virodhi Padarthantara Jnanena va or Avidyayaha Tirodhanena va, by the disappearance of Avidya. Avidyayaha Layarupa Nashaha. So there is Layarupaha Nashaha, there is a destruction in the form of dissolution of Avidya, or Tirodhanam. The Avidyayaha Layarupa Nasha is a Prathama Paksha. And Tirodhanam means this hiding is the remaining unmanifest is second Paksha. Tirodhanam va bhavati. Kasya Tirodhanam? Swapna Padarthanam Pratibhasika Rajju Sarpadehe cha. Means what? Avidyayam Layarupa, not Avidyayani, Avidyayam Layarupa. Pratibhasika Rajju Sarpadehe Avidyayam Layarupaha Nasha. Avidyaya I read, it is not correct. Avidyayam Layarupa Nasha. So when the Virodhi Padarthantara Jnanam comes or Avidya Tirodhana happens, that time there is a Nasha in the form of resolution in Avidya. That is first Paksha. Or Tirodhanam, or the disappearance happens of what? Pratibhasika Rajju Sarpadi and Swapta Padartha. So Swapta Padartha, either they we have Layarupa Nasha or Tirodhanam, or the disappearance. Temporary disappearance happens. Atra Prasangat Tula Vidya Varnanam Kritam. Here he said Atra, in this context he says Prasangat. Because of the occasion, the description of Tula Vidya is done. Means he himself shows the aruchi. He said, by that what is suggested, we are not really interested in the study of Tula Vidya. Little bit we are interested in the study of Mula Vidya, because Mula Vidya is creating samsara. So Mula Vidya is to be understood to remove it. Tula Vidya is incidentally is described so that certain technical questions can be answered. Alright, more we'll see in the next class. Om Purnamada Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha.